Before we begin, these words are not direct teachings from Osho, but they carry the fragrance of that same silence, inspired by the space his work has opened. Before we begin, I invite you to close your eyes, not as an escape, but as a return. Let the world fade, let your breath soften, and allow these words not to be heard, but felt. Let's begin. What if you don't find your purpose? What if all the searching only deepens the ache, and the maps you followed were drawn by hands trembling with fear, hands that never touch the sky? What if the destination was never real? What if the chase itself was the illusion? You see, love, so many are running not toward something bright, but away from the dark, away from stillness, away from the silence within, away from the mirror that doesn't flatter, but simply reflects. They chant, "I must find my purpose," as if their soul is a business plan. But whose voice is that, really? Is it yours, or a whisper inherited from the noise? Purpose is a seductive promise. It makes you feel like there's something to earn, something to prove. But what if you never had to prove anything? What if existence is not an audition? What if the divine is not hiring? Pause. Breathe. You are already accepted, already enough. There is a tree outside. It grows, but without agenda. It drinks sunlight, weathers storms, sheds leaves, and still stands tall, without ever asking, "Am I fulfilling my potential?" It just is. The wind touches it. The moonlight rests on its branches, and it never once asks to be more. Can you live like that? Not smaller, but freer? Can you trust life enough to stop managing it? I know. The mind will resist. It craves outlines, frameworks, identities. It wants to shout, "I'm this, I'm doing that, I'm becoming someone." But what if becoming is just the ego in disguise? Always chasing, always striving, never arriving. The caterpillar doesn't become the butterfly by setting goals. It surrenders, completely. So maybe you must surrender too. Not as defeat, but as a return. Return to presence, to the sacred now, to the untouched you. No resume, no applause, no curated self. Just breathe, just awareness, just being. You say, "But I want to make a difference," and that's beautiful. But I ask you, can you make a difference by simply being deeply real? By living truthfully, even if it looks like nothing from the outside? The world worships achievement, but the soul longs for authenticity. You were not born to impress. You were born to experience, to taste the bitter and the sweet, to weep in the dark and laugh in the sun, to disappear into the arms of this strange miracle we call life. They will urge you, find your path, leave your mark. But I ask you instead, can you walk with no path and still be at peace? Can you leave no mark and still live fully? Like the breeze that touches everything, yet carries nothing. The ego builds statues, the soul plants seeds. One demands to be remembered, the other dances in anonymity. And what if anonymity is the holiest form of freedom? Pause. Can you sit still long enough to hear the whisper beneath your thoughts? Can you be with yourself without needing to be someone? This is not a punishment. This is grace. Because only when you let go of trying to be somebody can you finally rest in the vastness of being. Let go. Let go of the titles, the labels, the missions, even the question, why am I here? Ask instead, am I here? Am I fully, deeply, truly here? Because the flower never asks, what should I do with my life? It simply opens to the sun. The river never worries. Am I flowing in the right direction? It just moves, held by gravity, kissed by moonlight. And the stars, they shine without ever knowing they shine. So why must you understand everything to be worthy of it? What if your greatest wisdom is not in knowing, but in allowing? Allowing this breath, allowing this stillness, allowing this moment to be enough. That ache in your chest, maybe it's not emptiness. Maybe it's spaciousness, waiting to be honored. Because a full cup cannot receive. Let yourself be the empty vessel. Let mystery fill you. There is no final destination. There is no big reveal. There is only the sacred unfolding, moment by moment, like petals opening in the dark. So if you don't find your purpose, celebrate. Celebrate the freedom of not being defined. Celebrate the wild, ungraspable beauty of your existence. You are not a project. You are poetry. You are not a task. You are a temple. And temples are not built for work. They are built for worship. So worship this breath. Worship the stillness. Worship the wonder that you are here, breathing, feeling, being. And if the world forgets you, let it. Because in the forgetting, you might finally remember yourself. So I leave you with no goal, no mantra, no secret to decode. Only this period, silence, and a question. What if there was never anything to find? Because you were never, ever lost? And if you were never lost, why were you searching at all? What if the search itself was the disguise? What if there was never a map, because there was never a distance? What if you were not a traveler, but the very stillness all paths return to? You search for meaning, you reach for shape. But what if the formless was always enough? The self, this name, this history, this fragile image in the mirror, it flickers, it bends, it begs to be held. But beloved, you are not this character. You are the screen it flickers on. You are not the flame. You are the space that allows it to dance. And when you cling to identity, even a spiritual one, you wrap yourself in cloth too tight for your own skin. Let it unravel. Let the stories dissolve like mist in morning sun. You do not need to remember who you are. You need only to forget who you are not. The ego wants to sculpt you into a monument, but truth wants to melt you. Are you ready for that fire? Not the fire of effort, but the fire of surrender. The kind that asks for nothing and gives you everything. This world will tempt you to keep becoming, to upgrade your mask, to optimize your story. But I whisper to you now, there is nothing left to become. You are not unfinished. You are unbound. Drop the blueprint. Breathe. No one is watching. No one is grading your soul. Let the winds undo you. Let the silence reassemble you. You say, but I must find truth. And I say, what if truth is not a thing to find, but a thing to stop denying? It's here, underneath the noise, underneath the ambition. Truth is the quiet in your belly, when you stop pretending. And oh, the freedom of no longer needing to matter. Can you feel that? The lightness of it? No legacy to leave, no point to prove, just the purity of being. A breath, a gaze, a bird flying through your chest. Let that be enough. There is no enlightenment to win, no finish line in the sky. There is only this moment, raw, unfolding, unapologetic. So if you are still searching, pause. Not to stop, but to soften. Because sometimes, what you're looking for can only find you when you stop chasing it. Let yourself be found by stillness, by silence, by the mystery that lives between your heartbeats. Sit there, not as a seeker, but as space itself. Not as someone who needs to awaken, but as the awakening. Already here, already whole, already home. So if your purpose still hasn't arrived, smile. You are free. Free to vanish. Free to bloom. Free to simply be. And if the world forgets your name, let it. Because you were never the name. You were always the nameless. And the nameless is sacred. If these words touched something quiet inside you, you may sit with them again, or you may let them go. But if you'd like more, you are welcome to return. Gently follow this voice by subscribing or simply listening when your soul calls again. Thank you for sharing this moment. Until next time, stay soft, stay present.